Can you hear me? 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 Let me know if you can. If you can't, say no. If you can, say absolutely. If you don't want to hear me, then leave the stream. Boom. We found a solution. Okay. Listen, I'm going to say this once, but I'm going to say it seriously. I am tired of people believing that they need business credit, they need funding, they need a loan to make money in business. I'm talking starting out, I'm talking you're trying to get yourself off the ramp. You feel like you absolutely need to go borrow someone else's money before you even made an attempt at creating your own. So I am going to pay you to not do that. And even if I don't pay you, I'm going to put you in the position to make more money. Listen, today I have my Lamine Yamal jersey on. You see it, you see it, you see it. Yeah, appreciate it. Because Spain did, in fact, win the World Cup yesterday. And that made me realize that I liked the World Cup. Yeah? Listen, I'm starting a grant, okay, where I want to give away $3,000 to aspiring. Sometimes we do have a little bit of a cricket, a little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of a stutter. But where I'm not stuttering is in telling you that I want to give aspiring entrepreneurs, current entrepreneurs, those that are trying to get a little bit of an injection into what they are doing, I want to give them $3,000 at the minimum. So you'll see it right here. Set. Yeah. Boom. You'll see it right here. Challenge has officially started. Also, today is the official start of the Hot Seat Trading Challenge. Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's excited? Who's excited? Who's excited? If you're excited, share this stream with somebody you know that could use a little extra cash. Even if they're the richest person you know, I want you to be like, hey, I know you love money. So here's some more. Oh, I am so grateful to be with you today. We are starting the Hot Seat Trading Challenge. We are starting the OG Grant. We're going to have a Shark Tank type of system. You're going to come up. We're going to break down your business where you are leaving money on the table, and it will officially make you a part of the people that qualify for the OG Grant to win $1, $2, or $3,000. And I just realized for some reason that's cut off. So I'm going to uncut it off for you. That was my fault. You're probably like, Kelly, I can't even see that. Well, now you can. You can see exactly how much right there. So, I am super, 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 super excited for you. Okay? Because, yeah, we're going over these cool things. I'm so excited for this. I got to tell you, I feel overly blessed and incredibly grateful and thankful, and I'm excited that you are a part of it. And also, I just want to help you with $5,000, $3,000, whatever it may be, to help forward your financial journey. I think people should get rewarded for doing good at something. So many times we get penalized for even trying, and I want to reward if there is effort in that tryification. So there is a justification for the unification of your financial supplication. Because that creates multiplication. Anyways, can we get a yes in the chat if you agree with that? Okay. Cool. Sometimes, you just get into that mode where you almost think you're on a pulpit and you need the Bible by you. I need the Bible by me at all times. Excuse me. Can you get the Bible for me? I need the Bible by me at all times. Thank you. Listen. Okay, I got a question. Did anyone place their Picasso pics recently over the past couple days? Did anybody place their Picasso pics, their pics on the Picassos of the So-Sos? Did anybody do that? We got the Holy Bible in the building. Thank you. The Holy Bible. The Bible. The greatest thing to have by your side. The book of life. The greatest book of business, by the way. Did you know I have learned more about business from the Bible than I have from podcasts, than I have from actually being in business, than I have from being around people who've made billions in business? I've learned more from this book Crazy. Crazy. Anyways. Okay, I see. Some people are like, yes, they placed their Picasso pick. I was actually really sad because I forgot to place my Picasso pick this morning. And that made me really, really sad. And what's crazy is I can't even go through the results with you. Like, where did I place? Recently, I don't know whose idea this was, but Picasso has been popping. And I used to be first, second, third place. I'm like 20th now. You guys are smart. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like so many people feel like you need advanced education. You need to be the smartest person in the freaking world to be able to win at this, to be able to actually do well at this. And I don't understand that because I disagree. I disagree. I do. Okay. So I want to see tell me if you see yourself. Has anyone won a Picasso challenge at least? Something I'm wondering. I'm wondering. Don't run away. Don't run away from. What is going on in the land of Picasso? What's going on there? What's going on there? My gosh. Did you guys see today's leaderboard? I'm about to share it with you. Let me go ahead and transition my screen. Look at today's winners for Picasso. I am shocked. Let's create a moment. Won $105. The entry for this is like $2. It's like $2. Second place, $30. Third place. Anybody see themselves on here? I gotta know. Because whatever you're doing next, I'm copying. No, I'm so serious though. This is crazy. Alice, $15. Dak. Oh, we've spoken to Dak before when he came up for Shark Tank, the hot seat. $15. Joseph, 15. Mo Square, 15. Queen, 15. Barber, 15. Yes, 15. Rida, $5. Ayala, $2. $2. Wait, how did 14 and 15 get higher than? So did they get 5 or did they get 2? I gotta know. And you won't see me on here because I didn't join today. But you know what? Listen, some people are like, how do I enter Picasso? Guys, if you want to be a part of Picasso, I am so bullish on Picasso. But basically, all you have to do is draw where you think the market is going and you win. The entry fee is usually like $2. I can't believe I didn't even know you could win $100 off this. So $2 to 100, if I'm correct. This is crazy. This is crazy. So, that's actually quite insane to me. I'm excited about that. You can't get into Picasso. For those of you that are like, how can I get into Picasso? You can't. Unless you use the link in my description. I have exclusive access to this platform. I know right now they're testing and refining and tweaking it. I actually told you guys that I would, I need to see this 100. Crazy. That I would talk to the founder of Picasso and Trendline. We will get into Trendline. I want to take any question that I can't answer, or if I can't answer, I can take to the teams. But the Picasso founder, talk to him. They're going to try and roll out a mobile app pretty soon over the next couple months to make it easier to do this. They're going to try and make it not just one thing a day that you're trying to predict, but like a billion things. Like you can do most markets, most currencies, all that stuff. So it's going to be super awesome. I am bullish on it. I really like it. I like what it does for people who don't have a lot, but have the ability to potentially turn a lot into more. And you're just joining a giant prize pool and trying to be the most accurate. I believe it's for anybody on this planet. So it does not matter if you are in Congo and you know how to move your hips. My bad. It does not matter if you are in South Jamaica. It does not matter if you are in South Korea. It does not matter if you are in South Africa. It does not even matter if you are in the south of France. Although I do wish I could trade places with you. It is incredibly hot in Dallas, Texas. My gosh. So anyways, yeah, I want us to submit our new prediction, but I would tell you what I am going to choose. Looks like tomorrow is Meta. I would tell you exactly what I'm going to choose at the end of today's stream. Because I actually want Trendline to help me cheat, okay? I want Trendline to help me cheat. And speaking of freaking Trendline, can I tell you guys, can I snitch on myself really quickly? Is this a safe space? Is this a safe space to do so? I hope so. If it's not, I'll be kind of sad. Yeah, I'll be kind of sad. Okay. It's a safe space. Thank you. I needed the validation on that one. Anyways, so okay. I was on Trendline this morning. And I was actually looking for what Trendline thought Bitcoin was going to do. And Trendline told me that Trendline believes that Bitcoin is bullish. And I was like, no, that's bull. Nah, I'm playing, I think. No, but it said it believed the Trendline was, or that Bitcoin was quite bullish. But I didn't want to believe that because I was charting Bitcoin and I saw Bitcoin going down. So I want to show you what I saw. I'm going to show you who was right. You know, who was right. Has anyone been using Trendline lately? I've been such a fan. Oh, and shout out to all the constant updates. Has anyone noticed that over the past weekend, the Trendline team has been pushing a bunch of updates, like 1,070,000,000 updates? Like a lot of a lot of updates. Like, my gosh. My gosh. But anyways, so here we go. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin on the 1 hour. I'm going to go to backtesting mode, actually, and restart there. So I can take you back in time. Hold on. Let me tell you what we won't have. Guys, I just removed my streaming platform. Let me tell you what we won't have. What we won't have is you coming in the comments and asking for money. We're going to take a brief pause here because this is actually something that I wanted to talk about. Like genuinely, I wanted to talk about. Whew. I see so many people that are struggling. So many people that are struggling. It is not easy to find success in this life, or so that is what we've been led to believe. It is not something that I truly believe. But I see so many people that are struggling. They're behind on their bills. I mean, they never feel like they have enough. They struggle to buy gifts for birthdays or even put food on the table or pay off their loans. So they kind of get to a point to where they are doubting their decisions in this life. And can I say it to you firsthand? I want to say it to you firsthand. I want you to stop doubting what you have done and start appreciating what you will do. Start accepting that, yes, you had a past that you're not so proud of. You made decisions, you're in debt that you're not a fan of. But now, it's not a thing anymore. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? I'm seeing people saying they can't hear me. Maybe we might need to turn up our volume. Can you hear me? Guys, don't distract me. Before you tell me there is an issue with my system, please make sure your volume is turned all the way up. Okay. Thank you. All right. Anyways, as I was saying, this is going to be an honest one. I actually want you to hear me seriously when I say what I'm about to say. I want you to stop asking me for money. I want you to stop telling me what you can and cannot afford. Stop telling me what will work for you and what won't work for you. Stop telling me it's because of this location or this destination or this. Like, stop telling me things if we're not actively working towards fixing them. Okay? I'm going to tell you the honest truth after we say a prayer. Listen, if you are a Christian, please do pray with me. If you are not a Christian, please do allow me to pray for you. Um, and I'm going to ask that I ask that you allow the words that come from my mouth to be from you, not from my own selfish, malicious, or deceitful, God forbid, intent. Father, Lord, I thank you for gathering all of us here today to be able to hear what it is that I have to say. And I ask that you allow me to be a vessel of yours. I thank you for every individual that has committed to making this something that is going to help them move forward, help them move the needle forward, help them to be able to win more, to do better, and to see better heights. God, I ask that doubt will not be our portion, for we know that doubt is from the devil. That the first thing the devil did when Jesus was sent into the wilderness and confronted him was he made him doubt his position, the position that you gave him as your child. So, God, I ask that any time that we've been faced with a place of doubt, that we remember that we can do the things that may seem impossible, that we can win in the areas that we may feel that we cannot, that even when all odds are stacked against us, it does not mean that we will not prevail. So, God, I ask that you just heal anybody that's suffering financially, heal anybody that's in an area or portion of their life that they no longer want to be in, and that we allow strength to be their portion. We allow winnings to be their portion. We allow success to be their portion. That you will allow them to get rid of any enemy of progress in their life that is not for them, and that you allow them to learn from everything they encounter and every door and opportunity that is made obvious to them. In Jesus' name. Amen. 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 All right. Listen. How many of you believe that money grows on trees? I need to put a 1 in the chat if you believe money grows on trees. Okay. No. Oh, somebody said 1. Interesting. Number 2. Okay. So I'm going to assume we don't believe, oh, people said money grows on trees. So like, and let's not be like, oh, well, technically paper comes from bark. No, 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 no. Bark is the foundation of the tree, but bark itself cannot grow. It is the leaf itself that grows. So I want us to be specific. If you are getting paper from tree bark and not from leaves, tree bark cannot grow on a tree. It is the tree. It is the foundation of the tree. Meaning that the leaves, money is not made from leaves. Money does not grow on trees. How many of you believe, put a 2 in the chat if you believe this, believe that it's possible to make money without spending any money? Like make a lot of money, like your dream amount of money. Like whether you want to make 6 figures, you want to make $1 million, you want to make 10 million, you want to make 100, you want to make 1 billion. How many of you believe, number 2, that that is possible without spending any money? Let me tell you something, guys. We have some people here who are part of the lottery committee. Okay? Hit them up. Let them know, because apparently we can make money without spending any money. Guys, I got to tell you, it's not true. It's not true. It's simply not true. Um, you have to spend money to make money. You have to spend money to make money. I do not care what anyone on this planet will tell you, will sell you, will try and get you to accept or listen to. Spending money is a prerequisite to making it. It may not be that you are directly paying, but let me tell you something. When people want to gamble, what do? They place a bet. Is that bet for free? No. When people want to buy a lottery ticket, they spend money. Is that for free? No. When people want to start a business, they spend money. Is that for free? No. When people want to get a job, do they not buy interview clothes? Do they not spend a lot of money on a college education? I need you to understand you must spend money to make money. Like, I've been very frustrated lately, I'll be honest with you, because I have encountered an environment of individuals who believe that opportunities should be given for free and money should be given for free. And so they complain and they complain and they complain. And I start thinking, dang, if I had $1 for every time you complain instead of got something done, maybe I would be the one to make money without spending a dime. You need to understand that nothing, do not let anybody lie to you. Nothing is free. Nothing. Everything comes at a cost and everything is earned. You must earn. You must earn. Like whatever it is you want in this life, the reputeur that you want. You want people to look at you as someone who's done well. You must earn that position. You cannot cheat it. You want to make a lot of money. You must earn that. Okay? You must earn that. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? Success. Guess what? Success is only from earned suffering. How many of you believe that you must suffer for success? Put a 1 if you believe that. Put a 2 if you don't believe you have to suffer to find success. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Some people are like, no, I don't have to suffer. Guys, suffering is sacrifice. Suffering, sacrifice. You must always sacrifice something to get to where you want to be. You would love to probably go on vacations. How many of you probably like to go on vacations every single month? Oh my gosh. A vacation every single month, a vacation whenever you want. Guess what? That doesn't come easy. Okay? You want to provide a great environment for your kids. Ooh, guess what? Doesn't come easy. Bills got to get paid. They have to. I wish I could get out of paying bills. It's not a choice. For the rest of your life, you're going to pay bills. You got to pay somebody. You have to sacrifice something to get there. Suffering is the prerequisite to success. It is a form of sacrifice. And I have found that we are, for some reason, living in a generation, and generation doesn't mean Gen Z. A generation means the boomers, the baby boomers, everybody ahead and everybody behind. We're living in a generation that does not believe that suffering is a prerequisite for success. The Bible says it in First John. Oh my gosh. It's in alignment with something along the lines of, for we know, there's so many. There's another one in James. James 1:3 says, for, search it up. I know it off the top of my head. I can't say it. I don't know why. But essentially, you must suffer. You must go through what you have to go through to get to where you want to get to. That is the truth. And I'm going to say it straight. Stop blaming your race on the reason why you are not successful. Oh my gosh. It's because Asians never get an opportunity. It's because I'm white. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black. Like, everybody's racist to me. Stop blaming your age. Oh, I'm too old to learn this. I'm slow. Like, my brain doesn't work the same way it used to, but you still exist. Oh, that's a lot. I'm still young. I'm still trying to figure myself out. I'm still trying. Guys. Oh, and this is the one that frustrates me the most. Stop blaming your freaking location. Stop it. Stop saying, oh, well, you don't understand, Kelly. In Canada, we don't have these opportunities. In South Africa, we don't have these opportunities. In Nigeria, we don't have these opportunities. The economy sucks to this, to this, to this, to this. But you're here on this stream, and I'm in America, and you right now are suffering or making a sacrifice to be up at 1 a.m. in the morning to hopefully better your life. And you are watching the same platform I'm watching on an internet connection, which means you can access the same internet I can access. Thank you, Faith. Consider it a great joy, my brothers. This is James 1, 2-4. Thank you. Whenever you experience various trials, know that the testing of your faith produces endurance, but endurance must do its complete work. Thank you. It has to happen. You have to suffer. It is a form of sacrifice. When I was a college student and I had a roommate that was 44 years old and she sucked and she was mean and I was uncomfortable because I was 18 and she was 44 and I was living alone in this house with her and I didn't have any friends because I was off campus on a college apartment and I couldn't even make it to campus. I had to walk 40 minutes with a giant 30-pound architecture bag. I didn't know anybody. I hated the life that I was living. I knew where it was going to end up. And so I said, the only way to fix this is to change it. And so I checked my bank account. Guess how much money my bank account had? Negative $23. So guess what happened? Guess what happened? I said, okay, I have no money. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So, number one, I checked every single existing financially related account I had. That's where I found Robinhood. Robinhood, boom. I had $50 in Robinhood. Had no idea how to withdraw the $50. No idea. So what did I do? I said, okay, I need to learn how to turn this money into more because I don't know how to take it out of this thing. So I started to educate myself on the stock market. I started to educate myself on trading. And then I said, okay, I've spent all these hours, 2 days straight, learning. A couple weeks of still kind of learning before that. But I said, okay, I'm going to learn options. Boom. I waited for the opportunity, saw a good stock. I could tell you the whole story, but it's on my YouTube. We don't have the time to go through the whole story. But what did I do? I saw that if I withdrew the $50 and put it in my account of $23, I would have negative $23. I would have had $26 in my account. So I said, how can I take $26 and make it into something more? And so I placed my first trade with 26 of the $50. I woke up the next day. It was at $190. Then it went up to $400. By the end of that week, I turned $26 into $1,100. By the end of 2 weeks, I turned $26 into $3,300. I called my parents. I begged them for a flight home. I said, I can't stay in this environment. And so they started to get the money together and they got me a flight. And I had to go to this student discount site just so I could get the cheapest flight, like cheaper than the cheapest flights. I made it home. The first thing I did when I got home, guess what I did? Take a guess. The first thing I did is I went to the most luxurious of car dealerships, of all luxurious car dealerships. And I looked at Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Aston Martins, McLarens. I had never seen these cars in my life, had never sat in them. I sat in them. And I said, one day I'm going to own you. One day I'm going to be able to drive you. And the saleswoman didn't like that I was playing games, so she kicked me out. I said, you know what? One day I'm going to come back here. And when I come back here, I will be able to afford every car in here. I didn't tell her that. It's just how I felt. So I left. And then I would go look at open houses. I would just go look at nice houses. Sometimes I wouldn't even go inside them. I just drive through neighborhoods of really big houses. Because I said, one day I'm going to own one of these houses. The problem, let me tell you the problem is I just said that. And some people that are listening right now just said, yeah, but at the same time, that's easy for her to do. She's in America. I mean, yeah, but like, you don't understand. Like, I can't just, you started with excuses. And that's how I know you'll never win. Because if your default is excuse instead of opportunity, then these opportunities will never come your way. So if we break that down, what did I do in that moment of suffering and hating the way my life was going? What did I do? I increased my education. I increased my opportunity through that, which made me increase my knowledge slash mindset. And I changed my exposure. There is always a way out. There is always a way out. You just have to work or think hard enough to find it. But if you allow yourself to stay stuck to the environment that you were born within, you will never grow. You will never grow. Everything will rot around you. You have to learn how to do that. You have to. I'm like, I wish I could just take some people's brains and just be like, lock in. I wish. I wish. And I always say change your environment because so many people live the same lives every single day and you spend all day trying to find someone else to give you the opportunity instead of creating it for yourself. Have you ever went to somebody's house or in your house? Someone is in the kitchen and they're cooking and the food smells so good. You're not cooking. The people in the house are cooking. You're just in the house. Either it smells good or it smells terrible. You know? It's stew or it's stockfish. You pick your choice. But it smells. And then you end up leaving the house. You go to the grocery store really quickly. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? You smell yourself. You said, Jesus Christ, thank you for dying for my sins. But this smell, you ain't had to die for. I'm playing. So you smell yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, I stink. But when you were in the house, after a while, you didn't smell the smell anymore. But when you left the house, it stuck to you. If you go out in the sun when the sun is blazing and the sun is beaming, guess what happens? In the moment, you're either sweating or you enjoy it, whatever. When you go back in the house and you look at yourself in the mirror, you realize, wait a second, I'm not the same color I was when I went outside before. I need you to understand your environment and what you allow yourself to be exposed to will interfere with what you allow yourself to achieve. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. If you do not change where you are, I'm going to be very direct. You have to work your butt off to get more opportunities. The CTO of my organization, such a smart guy, Chief Technology Officer, CTO of an entire organization. For the Nigerians who understand this one, he used to be in the streets of Shomolu. Yet I meet some people from overseas. My entire family comes from around the world, and they are the smartest people I know. My parents came from Nigeria. But guess what? The only reason you see me here, and you could say, oh, Kelly OG, she's in America. She can get it the way, like, she has this opportunity. Guess what? My parents had to change their environment to even provide this opportunity. It was a form of suffering, sacrifice that they took to hopefully create a better life for their children. You have to figure out what that means for you. You have to figure out what that means for you. And if you are Nigerian, if you are South African, if you are Peruvian, and you are on the same internet as all of us, there is no reason why you should not have figured a way out. Which means if you haven't, you start today. So many people are stuck to their environment. They don't think, wait a second, I'm really good at what I do. What if I market to people in Spain? What if I start to learn Spanish so that I can market to people in Spain? What if I start to become better and more fluent in my English so that I can market to people in the UK? So that I can market to people in America? You cannot stay stuck to your current environment if you do not enjoy your current environment. You have to take the risk to move. You have to take, even if you have to take 2 years, 2 years to learn a new language, to start learning the way another country operates, to start putting in place how you can relocate there. But like I say it all the time, we're on an internet where the playing field is leveled. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter what your race is. It does not matter where you come from. You are in a place and in a space where any and everybody can appreciate you. Anybody. But if you keep telling yourself that there is an excuse, you will create death to your opportunities, because even when an opportunity comes to your face, you will start to create a reason as to why it must not be for you. Because why you? Because you've gone through this and this has happened and this has happened and this has happened and this. Guys, it's not easy. Every single day I wake up with problems on my mind. I wake up having to pray. At this point, it's not even a choice. People want to make a lot of money. They don't understand there's still sacrifice there. Oh, this thing went wrong in the company. Oh, we got to schedule this thing. Oh, we're behind on this thing. Oh, this person's calling you because you need to solve this problem. Oh, this thing needs to be paid for. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Listen, some people may hate that I say this, but sometimes I wish I just had regular bills. Because no matter what, I have to pay way over $10,000 a month for the rest of my life to pay for other people's lives because I have an organization. It's way over 10,000. I'm just 5 figures, 6 figures sometimes. So I want you to think about who you want to be, where you want to go. How many of you are aware that we're doing internships at my company? How many? We're doing internships. It's my form of pseudo mentorship. I was like, listen, don't pay me for mentorship. I'm going to help you in another way. If you can help me, now we can be mutually beneficial. You want mentorship? I need some more hands so we can drive more impact. Cool. We've been doing internships. Technically yesterday was the last day to apply for internships. We were spammed, but I'm sure the team will drop a link only during the stream. After the stream, do not, if you're watching the stream on any day that's not live, any time that's not live, do not apply. You can apply. Maybe we might hit you up in 7 months. So you can apply. But it probably won't be for now because we have thousands of people to go through. But we're doing an internship. My team will drop the link in the chat for you to apply. But listen, I have been going through a lot of these internship applications because I want to be very intentional. I want to I want to custom select who's getting chosen. I want to know. So every single application that has come through, I have personally reviewed them. And let me tell you something. A lot of these applications are terrible. Terrible. There was no care put into it. There were spelling errors. Some people left their ChatGPT prompt in there. Like, hey, if you're going to use AI, at least be smart about it. And then the same people that in these messages have all these errors and all these mistakes and are not even answering. The question will be, what will you do for us? And they're like, I really want to learn how to trade. That's not the answer. But there will be all these people that are writing all these things. And at the very end, we will say, is there anything else you'd like for us to know? And you know what they say? You know what they say? Uh, I just want to let you know that I really need this opportunity. Things are really difficult for me. I really need this opportunity. Like, I cannot afford any of my bills. If you give me this opportunity, it would really change my life. Guys, you cannot ask for an opportunity and not step up to be what the opportunity requires. The best way to showcase that you are serious about something is through the action and the effort and the input that you put within it to make that opportunity almost want you more than you want it. If you say you really need this, you really need this, then everything preceding your final conclusion should showcase you need it. You would make sure that you write it with intentionality. You would make sure that you don't have spelling errors. You would make sure that your chat GPT prompt doesn't stay in there. You would make sure that it is in depth enough, but not overly in depth to where somebody has to read an essay, but it showed that you cared. But you wouldn't make the longest thing how much you need the opportunity. And unfortunately, that's how I think. That's how I think so many people think, is the more I beg, the more I will receive. Yes, the Bible says, because let's get it out of there, right? The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. That is correct, right? Yes, I'm not a liar. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. Period. My Father spoils me. Ask and I shall receive. Period. You know what else the Bible says? Because people forget this. People forget this. You know what else the Bible says? The Bible says, seek ye first. Ooh. Seek ye first. So seek first the kingdom of God, and all things will be given unto you. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you will find. What does that mean? Because I hear a lot of people say, ask and you shall receive, seek and you will find. But the Bible says, seek first. You must first show up to be willing to accept the opportunity. You must first show up to look like the opportunity. You can't beg and plead because the Bible also says faith without works is dead. I just, God, please, 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 please. I would argue, ooh, and this is a hot take. Some people may not like me for this. They're going to turn off the stream after this. They're going to make sure they never listen to me again after I say this. But I think some people pray so much that they pray themselves into poverty. All you do is pray and beg and ask and plead for a way out. And you're just waiting for someone to give you the opportunity, but you won't even do the research. You won't even make the attempt to change the opportunity that you are asking for, so that when that person does want to give you a lifeline, you tell them, listen, thank you for believing in me. I'm even further than when you first met me. I promise this will be the greatest investment you make. I promise I won't let you down. But man, like, some of you were like, Kelly, can you give me a full breakdown of the entire Picasso platform or Trendline platform or Liquid Brokers platform? Because those are all the platforms we're partnered with right now. Some of you are asking me to do something that takes one Google search. And you will tell yourself, well, the reason I never signed up and the reason I didn't win the $5,000 and the reason I didn't win the $3,000, the reason I didn't win is because I kept asking Kelly if she would give me a breakdown and she never did it. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? I am not your hands. God didn't give me your feet. He didn't give me your brain. He didn't give me your eyes. We are all made different, but also all made in his image and likeness. And he said he is a God that will do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask for or think or even imagine. So why do we cause ourselves to create doubt and prevent our ability to win because someone else, a living human being in the flesh, cannot provide the way for us. At what point do we understand that it is up to us to create the pathway in which we want to go? The Bible says, commit your plans to me and I will direct your footsteps. But yet, so many times we want to commit our plans to a human being. We want to commit our plans to Kelly OG. If Kelly OG just does this for me, then I will win. If Kelly OG just touches me, if I just get an opportunity to see her in real life, then what? And what if I want to be stuck in this house for the next 365 days? Your life will stop for a year? Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know why that just came over me. I've been feeling this frustration. I am so on a mission to help further financial literacy, financial education, just to make you more money. I had somebody ask me the other day, they were like, well, you don't want people to care about you as a person? I said, that's not what God put me here for. He can care about me as a person. My future husband can care about me as a person. My family can care about me as a person. But as for the people that I'm sent out to be a vessel into their lives, if God wants me to put them in the position of making more money, then that's what I will do. I don't need them to care about whether or not I woke up happy this morning. If I need them to care about that, I'll say it. But as of this moment, I'm like, how do I create more opportunities? Because I've been blessed at a young age. And everyone else that's still alive is very young. My grandpa went to Bible school at 93 years old. He is still alive. I speak to him almost every day. And he sounds like he's 35. We have amazing conversations. Are you going to tell me he's old? He's in school. Some people drop out of school because the internet tells them. Crazy. Anyways, I am saying a lot. I hope you get the point. The point is, I need you to increase your education, learn more, be obsessed with learning more, be obsessed with being smarter. You never want somebody to ask you a question that you don't know the answer to, and that interferes with your ability to seek more. Number 2, I need you to understand that with more education comes more opportunity, okay? Which means you must increase your wisdom and discernment. That means your knowledge and your mindset has to increase. I will go as far. Some non-Christians may not like this, but my life has changed because of Jesus Christ. There are things that I see that feel like a superpower that I can tell you months before something happens, this is going to happen. You'll say, how do you know? God told me. And I don't know how to tell you. Well, I saw like something like, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but I can just tell you, I don't know. Sometimes just a Bible verse that comes in my head and I'm like, I've never read this before. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed. To some people, that doesn't make sense. I can't make it make sense for you. I can only tell you that you will know once you experience it. You will understand your calling, your purpose, the paths you need to go upon when you choose to experience it. And that experience is linked to exposure. That is our 4th thing. Exposure. What do you expose yourself to? If you're always listening to rap music, talking about drugs and women, you're probably going to have a lustful spirit that doesn't want to do things the right way. If you're constantly surrounded by people who are always complaining, guess what? You're going to start being the person that chooses to doubt first versus be optimistic first. If you're constantly around people who only want to go out when you're the type of person that's trying to build a different life, you can't afford to eat out every day. You can't afford to go to the club. You can't afford to celebrate every person's birthday and buy every person birthday gifts. 1, learn to say no. The ability and the degree at which you will succeed is based upon how often you can say no. You got to say no. Like, it's crazy. Some people ask me, Kelly, do you want to go to the club? And I'm like, guys, why would I want to go to a club to stand on a couch in Dallas, Texas, when if I just do my life the right way, I can be flying to a different country every single week if I want to? But it's that sacrifice, the suffering of saying no today so that I can always hear yes tomorrow. Okay. Just wanted to get on that. I want us to get into a trading breakdown. I want us to then get to the hot seat, have you come live and apply for this thing trips me up. The OG grant. And we will be able to look at your business, help to figure out where you're leaving money on the table and also see if you can qualify to win this in 31 days. Also, right now, though, we are going to go over trading. I want to see if we can figure out a way in which we can make money. For those of you who are not aware, as you may know, we have officially started today. Officially, we have started the Hot Seat Trading Challenge officially today. Officially today. So, what does that mean? Excuse me. You will have until this Sunday. So you will have 6 days until the 26th. Some of you, it's 21st for you. Just know it's the 26th. You will have for you to enter the Hot Seat Trading Challenge. This does not reward who has the most money. I don't care. I don't care if you work so hard and you make $25K a month. I don't care. I care about, okay, you have $25K a month. Can you turn that $25K into $100? What I care about, can someone turn $250 into $1,000? I just want to see that you know how to make money. I don't get a dime of the money you make. I don't get a dime. Don't get a dime. Would that be great? Yes. But does that help you in this moment? No. In the future, maybe I get my licenses, open up a firm, trade for people in 10 years. Yeah, some of you got excited. Stop putting your trust in me. Put your trust in the brain God gave you. So, if you have not been binge watching trading videos, especially mine, this might be a little difficult. Am I going to be posting trading videos in the OG Vault to help you? Yes. Do I have some in there right now that have never been seen by the rest of the internet? Yes. But one of my cheat codes, I would tell you, as we talked about before, I got to tell you, as we talked about before, is, where am I? I'm back at it. It's Trendline. How many people have been using Trendline lately? I got to know. If I don't know, I'll be upset. Okay. Now, I said it before, I use Trendline more than TradingView. I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you actually why I'm really upset. Because this morning, I got to be honest with you. I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to go back into back testing mode here so I can go back in time. But listen, I'm going to be very, very honest. Very honest. This morning, I was like, ooh, I have to join the trading challenge myself. Like, what? I got to join it myself. So, what did I do? I said, let me take a trade. So I went to go look at Trendline. I'm going to show you what I saw. This was not a high quality trade for me. I was getting antsy. I was getting excited. So I'm going to go back in time right to this morning. Is this what I saw? What date is this? Yes, this is what I saw. So I said, let me go back in time. So I'm looking here. I don't even look over here. I said, I don't need this. I don't need to look over here. Did you also know you can change your colors over here? Let's make ours kind of cute. Let's make them pink and purple, period. So I said, boom. I don't even need this. So I came here and I got the wonderful Trendline. I had to. And I said, it's going to come here. Boom, boom, boom. And then what happened right here? See, a trend line, price usually moves on a trend, okay? It's going to move on like an angle, a trend. So I am telling myself, I said, boom, I'm a trader. I know how this works. Price is going to move on this trend. We can see right here, okay? It's probably going to keep going down a little bit. I'm fully trusting in this. I said, price hit this top of the trend line. Let me show it to you. I'll zoom in for some of you here on my, let's see if it zooms. Doesn't really zoom. Still looks the same. Yeah, I was zooming in on my Google Chrome. So I see price hit the trend line right here. This is a masterclass. Some of you are like, I'm about to be part of this trading challenge. You need to be paying attention to this. You need to be paying attention to this. So trend lines, I like to use trend lines and chart patterns, okay? So when I use trend lines, I usually look for where price is going on a trend line, 45-degree angle, 30-degree angle, whatever, based upon where it hits twice, okay? So we have it hit here. It didn't close here, whatever. So we'll leave it. But I'll show you where I had it right here. We had this touch. We had this touch. We had this touch right here, which is also a touch here. Cool. All right. Now, what did I do next? I then said, okay, price is going to go from, let me see if I can draw here. Okay, my drawing doesn't want to draw. That's really foul. It just kind of made me sad. How long will I be sad? Not too long. But I will be a little sad. Anyways, I'm thinking, I'll use my trend line to demonstrate it. The price is going to go from up here to down here because it just hit right here. So I'm like, you have to come back right here, right? And then we're probably going to get it to go from right here to, back up here. And then probably even more. That's what I'm thinking. Now me, little old me. Anybody use the Trendline Insight button? Anybody? Because I pressed the Insight button. It's not showing me this right now. But when I was using it, let me tell you something. It told me it was bullish. It told me price is going to go up. I said, no, you're not. Because I don't want you to go up. Why would I want you to go up? So I pressed play. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. See, I would be correct. Don't worry. Don't worry. I knew this was going to happen because I then said, okay, I'm going to come right here. When price goes like right here, like I know it's going to fall. I'm going to make money. So what happens next? Price goes right there. It does. You see that? See that? It even messes with the trend line. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to make money. No. The heck is that? And if I would have just listened, because here's the thing, right? And I'll be honest. Yes, this thing is smart. See, the bullish. This thing is smart, okay? So the way that the insight works with Trendline is it goes back and it reads the past charts, right? So it'll read like the past like 60 candles, 16 candles, 10 candles, whatever. It'll read what it has and it'll tell you based off how these past candles have moved, this is what's likely to happen next. So as you can say, price is more likely to move up, right? Then it's saying it's still building evidence for more bullish setups. It'll tell you it's more likely to move up. This looks more like a range, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll tell you support and resistance. Then it'll tell you where you can enter, exit, and your target. Cool. So what is my entry? Where should I stop my losses? What is my target? I saw this morning before that giant candle. And I just didn't want to listen. Because I was like, I'm going to trust myself. Now, I heavily think you should trust yourself. But I wish that I would have either waited, because the truth is, like, there's sometimes what a computer reads and what a computer knows is going to be smarter than what you know. I'm still adjusting to the world of AI, but at this point I feel like similar to he's a major movie producer for Star Wars. But he said something that I was like, yeah, facts. He said not adopting AI is like still trying to ride horses in a world of cars. And I'm still adjusting, especially with it in trading, because like I don't want to be I don't want to be overly dependent, but I also don't want to miscalculate and discredit a tool that is actually used to make me better. Ah! So anyways, that actually upset me. And then if we go here, boom. You know the cool thing is if we read here, it said uh oh, it was on the other one. But remember when I read that it said it's about to be in a range right here actually. 1 hour range bullish. So it's like it knew it was going to be in this range. See, it's not really moving up. It's just kind of moving side to side. I'm like, how did you know that was going to happen? So I would say heavily, if you are taking this trading challenge seriously, I didn't say rely, but I think you would be doing yourself a disservice to not use Trendline as something that aids in your growth. You can even come here and say, why did it go bullish? Well, let me just put it plain. Why did it go up when I thought it was going down? I need to know. Answer me this question. Yes. Thank you. Wow. Such an answer. Okay. So it tells me there was a liquidity sweep where traders who were leaning short, they thought it was going to sell, may have hurried to exit, driving a quick uptick, and a break of a short-term high. There was a short-term, yes. A clean break above local resistance can attract more buyers and accelerate higher. Market sentiment, if there was a headline, it can flip near quickly. The 1 hour charts can show rapid swings that don't always align with the higher time frame trend. Facts. Because I have this thing going down. What can I do next? I can identify the last clearly defined swing, low and high. What would that be? 65K. Right. Yeah, it's a 65.7. That's true. Nice. Smart thing. That's a potential resistance zone. And then is the higher high supported buying pressure? Okay. Yes, I do need to journal this. Anyways, I forgot I was streaming. I was actually just looking at this for myself. I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to keep this here. Wow. That's crazy. Anyways, usually with my strategy, let me tell you, I think Bitcoin's going to go higher now because I'm going to delete this here. And it keeps pulling up let me just do this. Because, and this is the last thing I'll show you, but I want you to think about this. And I know some people, and I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out. One thing about me, I'm not afraid to call things out. I saw some people say, well, I can't afford Trendline, but I hope I win the challenge. Guys, the challenge at the minimum, you win $500 if you're in the top 5. And then at the maximum, you win $5,000. Trendline, with my discount code, is 20% off. That's $40. I will make a strong hypothesis right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm not even biased. I'm just being realistic. I genuinely believe that the top 5 winners of the trading challenge are going to be people who use Trendline. Because I wouldn't have lost $600 this morning. But also I was chasing a trade and I shouldn't have done that. But I will tell you right now, this is actually something that wow. I just realized my tag is still on my jacket. Wow. Okay. So if I come over here to chart patterns, okay, we look at chart patterns. One of my favorite chart patterns. All right, we see bullishness, right? Prices going up. Let me change this back to green for y'all. I think the purple is even throwing me off. I like that green. Okay. Oh, it looks like Wicked. I'm not Wicked. I'm changing it. We ain't doing that. I'll make it an orange. That's nice. Anyways, green, white, green, period. Anyways, so we have buying, and then I would come here and I'll see this is a trend line. See how they touch? 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches, 4-ish touches. And then I'll come here and I'll go down. Okay. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. And so this is probably going to come back up here. So I'm going to take this away to not distract you. When we look at this right here, forget all the other lines. When you look at this and you come to the chart patterns, which chart pattern, let me see if I can just zoom in as to not, oh my gosh, don't do me like that. We'll look on this side over here, or we'll look right here, right under me. Which chart pattern, enough, does it look like? Do, 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 do. Oh, did I cheat? I might have cheated. A bullish pennant. Why? Because we had price go up. It's coming down, up, down. So we're probably going to keep going up again. So at this point, I look at a chart pattern. Up, down, up, down. What comes next? Up again. So my entry would be above its buy, unless it like decides to just do this and buy from here. But I would be safe, and I would say, like, because we see a common resistance line right there, you see that? It's a resistance because resistance is the ceiling. Price hasn't broken and stayed above the ceiling, and support is the floor. It's where price keeps bouncing off of. So because this is resistance, I would say right here, right, that above, what level is this? Above, I'll just say 65,600 to be safe. Above 65,600, I think Bitcoin is going to buy higher. And this is when you go back in the past and you look for, okay, what was the last high above this? Oh, I got to go back in the past. My gosh. I got to go back in the past. This is going to be, it's going to be some past this. This is when I head up to the 1 week time frame. That's weird. Some people are like, why do you use 1 week? I use 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour because I like to set a trade and forget about it. And then, like come back and be like, oh, shoot, it did well. So I don't really watch my trades all day. I just place them. But if I go on, well, now we just look like a little bulb. And so I'll go to the 1 day to help me see it better. So we're looking at like realistically 66,000 all the way up to, you see right here where there's a whole lot of support. See if you have my like dotted line. You see there's the support. I would say that we could be seeing this buy all the way up to about 70,000. Whoa. That is a money-making machine if correct. Let me see what Trendline thinks on this insight. Trendline is bullish. Thank you, Trendline, for the bullishness. Trendline says entry at 65,000, target 68,000. So right around 70. It says target is right here. Boom. So I actually think I'm going to get into this trade. I'm going to enter Bitcoin at, well, what was the entry it gave me? I think I can come over here and see it. 65,255. Stop loss is 62,000. So you either have to use really small lot sizes, but this is also on the 1 day. Target is 68,000. So if I go on the 1 hour back to where I was at and ask it to look at it again, Look at it again on the 1 hour. Entry 64,000. So short term 65,100. So that would still do so well. I think I'm going to get into that. I believe in that. It's a bullish pennant, which we just saw. And yeah, and Insight agrees, and I'm a fan of Insight. So anyways, that is for those of you who are joining the hot seat trading challenge. I'm a Bitcoin girl because I like the way Bitcoin moves. I would say if you want to do something calmer, let's go to the Forex world. Hide. If you want to do something calmer, like gold, I heard that Liquid Brokers has 24/7 gold. That is the broker that we partnered with for the trading challenge. Now, if you don't like them as a broker, unfortunately, you won't be able to join the trading challenge. But I still think you should use whatever broker you trust and have done your due diligence on, you feel like it's right for you to still make money. So the first thing I would look at with gold right now, and I think they just got gold into the system. So shout out the oh, this is in backtest mode. Let me go to live. Shout out to the entire Trendline team. Is what would I do with gold right now? So it's coming up here. Ooh, where would that end? Oh my gosh, I put it all the way over there. You know, that might work in my favor. There we go. Yeah, so gold going to might go to 4,000. Let me refresh that. There we go. Yeah, I think I haven't really traded gold, but I think gold will buy to 40.40 and then it'll go. I don't know where to go from there actually. We'd have to see. It's looking fun. Anyways, I don't know what you like to do. I like a USD JPY. It's open in the evenings. So this is on the 15-minute time frame though. I've got to see what I'm looking at. I actually think I want this on light mode. I don't know if I like this thing on dark mode. Y'all like it on dark mode? That light mode just, we're gonna have to change our green, white, green, guys. Let's make it like black. Oof. That light mode is a lot though. Boom. Boom. I think I liked it dark mode. I don't know if you like it dark mode. Is that a cup and handle for me? Let's see. I'm not really too keen with the cup and handle, but I know it looks like Voom. Voom? I've never really used it. But guys, let me tell you something about trading. First of all, did that make sense? Do we feel like we have an idea? Look, with USD JPY right now, I have it falling to 162.45. That's on the 15-minute. That's one of those you make money in the next couple minutes, you get out. It could come back down up a little bit to 162. Well, let's ask Insight. I don't like this. I think I'm a dark mode girl today. And now I have to change this back to white. There we go. Insight is neutral. Don't be neutral on me. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's a little bit bearish. It's targeting 162.48, which would be right. Oh, well, it just went there. Oh, okay. Oh, it just went perfectly. Well, you know what, guys? Sorry. You can't make money off of it anymore. It just went exactly where I told you it was gonna go. I am sorry. I told you, but I said, like, when you're on the 15-minute, you're gonna make money in a couple of minutes. So, dang, I should have got into that. That, like, hit that perfectly. That's painful. I'm jealous. The heck? Oh my gosh. And now it's that's painful. Mm, sorry. Wow. Anyways, but here's the thing that I'm telling you, right? Is when we are looking at this, well, let's see what Trendline thinks now. Yeah, same thing. But it hit Trendline's price target and then it hit mine. And you know what? I like when we work together, Trendline. I like that. I like when we're friends. Not like you did me this morning. When you went one way and I went the other way, and I had to admit that you were freaking right. But what I will say, what I will say is I am tired of people making trading seem so difficult for you. If you just focus on trend lines, support and resistance, chart patterns, that's it. If you're like, what should I go research? What should I go look for when I'm trying to learn, when I'm trying to get better at this? Trend lines, support and resistance, chart patterns. I think I have almost all those videos on my page. If not, I'm going to make those videos. I'm going to put them in the OG vault so that you can have, those there. Wow, I'm so impressed by how accurate we were on this. Look at this. Look how pristine, clean that touch was for the green, white, green. Anyways, again, keep it simple. Okay? Keep it super simple. Don't look for like ICT, ICP, APA, DVD, DVD, Blu-ray, like HD TV. I don't care. Stop looking for everyone that's trying to sell you on this secret strategy. Just keep it simple. I make so much money keeping it simple. Like, and use Trendline. It's a freaking hack. But anyways, can you trade futures in this challenge? I do not want to confirm or deny because I trade primarily. Some people call Bitcoin a future. I don't call it that. Like it's crypto, but I don't really call it crypto. I don't like I don't know. You should just find out when you make the account. So for those of you who are trying to look for how exactly do I ensure that I have joined this account, I'm going to show you one more time and then we're going to get into Shark Tank so that you can help me live. We are going to review people's businesses. It's going to be like Shark Tank, literally. We're going to review people's businesses. We're going to see what advice we have for them and help them make more money. And also with doing that, they will be entered into the grant. So anyways, I'm going to show you how you join the Hot Seat Trading Challenge. It is, again, I will always say, I don't think it's that difficult to make money trading. I think the easiest part is learning the fundamentals. If you skip that, it will seem incredibly hard. So I don't want us to do that. And then after we go through the Shark Tank, stick around because we're going to go on Picasso and we're going to see if somebody turned $2 into $105 yesterday. I'm actually really upset at that. Today, not yesterday, today. I'm really upset at that. I'm really upset. Because I wish I did that. But whatever. It's okay. Today, I'm going to make my attempt before we end this stream. We're about to get rocking and rolling with it. But let me show you this right now, how to make sure, because some people might just open an account and you didn't open the right account. It's going to make me a bit sad. Okay. So, transition. This is my current account on Liquid Brokers. This is my hot seat challenge account. But for those of you who want to create it, you're going to press this real account button. Okay, you're going to see all these, all these. These are all the broker stuff. Like the broker, these are all their different accounts. Forget about those. This one. Oh, well, I already have an account. I already have an account. You can only have one account, so you can't cheat. But anyways, you'll come here and you'll press the hot seat challenge. You will join. Minimum deposit is $75. That is fully yours to keep. Fully yours to keep. I don't take a dime of that, but that is just for you to enter the competition. Because if someone turned like $5 into 100, it's very impressive, but it also isn't as realistic. And the broker obviously has to still take their commissions for executing your trades. So, we just want to make it fair to most people. But yeah, and listen, here's the thing. If you can't enter the hot seat challenge, then I would just go here and get a regular ECN account. If you want to use Liquid Broker, you can use any broker, like any broker that makes sense for you, that fits your needs. Do your due diligence with all. I like Liquid Brokers, as I've told y'all and showed y'all before. I've withdrawn over $500,000 with them. So I like them. I know that they're not going to hold my money. That's my personal experience and my personal opinion. But you can come here and literally just, I always say test on a real account. It hits differently. And I would go here and actually just still try and see how much money you can make in this next month. It's still your money to keep. Yes, you may not get the bonus, but let's say you trade with a real account and you do turn, $15 to, I don't know, 200. Now you can take 75. And when we do another challenge, you can put that into the next challenge. And you know how to flip. You know what you're doing. So anyways, that is what I will say on that. Okay. That is the day on diggity 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 that. All right. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Are you ready for sorry. Are we ready for Oh, do we have any questions? Are we ready for the hot seat? Boom, boom, boom. Are we ready? I was considering Trendline, but I just paid for a whole year of TradingView. It's cool. Let me tell you something. Everything can be paid for. Everything can be paid for. If there is a 300, if you paid like $300 for it, and that $50 makes you more, you paid for it. Everything can be paid for. How to place a trade on Liquid Brokers. If you go to the OG Vault, you'll see it scrolling down here, kellyog.com/vault. I have all the details. All the details. I will show you right now if I can find it. We're getting there. I will show you right here. You see it? We see it. Guys, the hot seat is obsessed with me. Let's try this again. Boom. Oh, where am I? Now that's just foul. Bring me back. That's foul. How could you do me like that? Just wanted to kick me out. Boom. Right here, you'll see we've been going crazy today. We have how to qualify for the grant. Oh, we're about to drop the link. Listen, if you are in the OG Vault, we are about to drop the link. If you go to collections, You'll see the hot seat trading challenge. This will have all the rules for how to place a trade, how to get in, all of that. Other than that, it's free to join. Guys, I'm coming out of pocket for a large chunk of this stuff. So any donation to help keep moving forward the mission helps, and that's what we use the vault for. So you will see we have all the rules, all the videos with the rules, the overview, the FAQs, and we are set to have more. I have in here the trading rooms where I have my different strategy videos, how to trade without charts easy. One of my favorite strategies, relearning the trading world. This is a video of me just really talking about when I was relearning. So anyways, you will see we have all these. One of my favorite strategies. It's locked. Dang. Yeah. It's a cold one. Cold one. Anyways, let's get back to the action. I'm gonna come in here and if we were a movie, you'd be the right guy and I'd be your best friend. You'd fall in love with, in the end, we'd be laughing. Watching the sunset fade to black, show the names, play the happy song. Anybody familiar with that song? If you're not, you need to watch more Hannah Montana. Where was your childhood? Where was your childhood? Oh, that just got me like turned up right now. Okay, guys, we're about to drop the link for the let me bring it here, application, so you can come up live to speak. So the link has been dropped. If you go into the OG Vault, you will see the link to join. First person up here is the winner. Romero. Hey. Get Romero out of here. Mute him. Get him out of here. How can you say, are you going to teach or sing? I'm going to do both without you. Get him out of here. People that show up late and then criticize what they don't know are people you must avoid. We just spent so much time going over charts, but individuals, we won't even spend time on them. What we need to spend time on is this Shark Tank. I am so ready. I gotta bring my handy dandy timer out. I need some more. Properties. Browser. If we were a movie. Okay. Wow. We are going to have such a decorated stream right now. It is decorated. Transition. You see the 5-minute timer above me. So last time we did Shark Tank. What happened was we kind of went really long. People spoke for a long time, and I get it and I love it, but I want to give you the best value. We're bringing this thing over here. I'm going to need help with this. Can it be cleared off just the bottom portion? And then I'll be ready. Thank you. Everyone, say thank you to our production manager, Will. Everybody say thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. Thank you. Woo, thank you. Okay. You have to be, in order to come up live, you gotta be here. So I gotta join the waiting room. Gotta make sure I'm in there. Just realize if I'm not in there, there is no Shark Tank. So let me join. Oh, I'm gonna be in the waiting room. That's quite painful. Well, I'm in the waiting room. So, anyways, woo! I'm ready to rock and roll. We got the whiteboard. Let me see. Let me move my chair out the way. Make sure you can see this well. Ooh. See it very well, very well, very well, very well, very well, very well. All right. Let me know when I'm taken out of the waiting room. Oh, we have one person they're ready to go. They're locked and loaded. They are locked and loaded. Type of stuff I like to see. Now, to my team that is watching this, I think there was somebody's pitch deck that we were supposed to review. To my team that is watching this, I think there was a pitch deck we were supposed to review. Can that be sent to me in Slack? If you are the individual that is behind that, and if you are not, then I will be crying. I will be crying. I will be crying. I got to cry. No, I'm playing. Wow. You know what? You know what I appreciate? You know what I appreciate more than anything? I appreciate the fact that, like, you know, when Billy Bob Joe came over here and was like, hey, just want to let you know, are you here to teach or sing? You know what I really liked? I really liked the fact that at least he didn't say, wow, you suck at singing. I think for that, we may give him speaking permissions in the next 3 months. But as for now, no way. Okay. Request access. Need access to something. All right. Let me set this up. I'm going to half my screen. So you're going to see me do some moving around with it for a second. Just bear with me here. Just bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Did anybody like the music that I played? Anybody like the intro? The link for Shark Tank is in the OG vault, kellyog.com/vault. In order to get in, it is $10, but that is how you have the link to come up. Let me see. Like I said, you're just gonna see me moving some things around. If you guys could see what I see, you would realize there's a lot that I'm looking at that I just want to make sure that I am. All right, I'm gonna have to be like over here. So the grant, OG grant, we're gonna bring up heat. Ooh, down here. There we go. Hot seat. We're going to hide. And then on the other side, we're going to add a new browser. Can you go ahead and send me the? Never mind. I don't need to be sent it. I just need to find it. I am going to pull up the window, and this is going to be for the meeting. And oh, I can do that like that? I never knew I could do it like that. Okay. All right. Well, I am ready whenever we are ready. Oh. Whenever we are ready for the first person, I am ready. Watching the sunset fade to black. Okay. We're here, guys. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. I think I should put this on. Oh. What did I just hit? Anyways. All right, we got our handy dandy whiteboard. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Yeah, that's as much as I can do for you. All right. All right, here we go. You just you love to show up here. You love to show up here. The hot seat. What we really should be playing is this one. Bum bum ba-dum, bum 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 ba-dum, bum 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 ba-dum, bum 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 ba-dum. Oh, you guys love the intro. Thank you. Yeah, that was my team. They're freaking awesome. All right. We have Mrs. Well, may not be a Mrs. Might just be a Miss. Brittany Smith. Let me make sure everyone can hear you. Let me make sure I can hear you. Okay, I should be able to hear you. I can see you though. I can see you. Brittany, are you?
Yay! Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can. I can. Can you hear me? Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Let me do this. I just realized.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me even better through here?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start this timer. Um, well, our production manager will start the timer. So you have 30 seconds to introduce yourself, who you are, what do you do, what is your business, what are you looking for. It is a quick elevator pitch because there was actually a study that was done that says people take 19 seconds to decide whether or not, when they are put in the vicinity of you, whether or not they want to invest in you and believe in you and spend money on you. So hopefully for most people, it only takes them 5 seconds to decide that with you. But let's rock and roll.
My name is Brittany. I currently work in a nonprofit space, doing policy reform work and providing reentry services for women coming out of jail. And I have a nonprofit business idea. I would like to create a reentry program that has three phases that starts while people are still incarcerated, has a phase that carries them into their reentry back into the community, and then carries them to a legacy phase where they can establish businesses and build wealth.
Okay, boom. That was really good. Let me tell you something. That was a good, like straight to the point. 30 seconds, like we're rocking and rolling. Did we get the 30 seconds running? Because I wasn't looking at the screen. Oh, it appears there are some issues. That's okay. That's okay. You can do it. But no, that was a really good 30 seconds. Okay. So you do policy reform work. You have a three step. Let me know if you can read that, if it needs to be like bolder. Let me move it closer to me. Oh, there we go. There we go. I just don't have any space to move here, but it's okay. Three-step process. Okay, can you describe the three steps again?
Yes. So phase one would begin while a person's still incarcerated, 12 to 24 months prior to release. And that would consist of mindset transformation, a lot of character development, emotional intelligence kind of practices, and of course, faith based learning. I believe Jesus Christ is the creator of
Amen.
second chances. So I believe real change starts spiritually. Um, Phase two would incorporate transitional housing. Once a person is released, they have a place to go to. They can be incorporated into a church community. I'm very tied in with my church community, and everyone needs community. So sometimes that's missing. And at that phase, a lot of workforce development and things can kind of happen there.
Mm.
Stability can be gained. And then I want that phase to last 4 to 12 months. And then once they've completed phase one and phase two, I would really like to see them learn real estate, um, possibly stocks and investing, establish businesses. Um, the question, I get the question a lot, kind of what gives me outside of my work kind of insight into this. I'm justice impacted or formerly incarcerated myself. Um,
Whoa.
yeah,
You were locked up?
a few times, not in prison, but I went to jail
Brittany,
quite a
what
few
were you
times,
doing out in these streets?
too much.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I'm also in recovery from addiction. So,
Well, how are we doing
um,
on that journey?
very good. 6 years sober.
Can we please no, no, no. Can we please celebrate the 6 years sober? Guys, a lot of people are addicted to a lot of things. That's similar to saying, "Can you take 6 years off of social media?" I think that is the addiction that does not get addressed nowadays. A lot of people cannot go without their phones. That is freaking difficult. Brittany, I'm so proud of you for that. And I love this is a very purpose-driven mission. That is huge. That is huge. Okay. So, with that, my question. Uh, were you the one that sent the pitch deck?
Yes.
Did we get okay, I got access to the pitch deck. Nice. It has been uploaded into a PDF. Oh, was the pitch deck pinned? I just saw something was pinned. Oh, Brittany was pinned. We're gonna move you over for a second here, Brittany. Um, nice. Okay, pitch deck. I'm about to pull up. I'm gonna see how I can pull this up and zoom in. Oh, this is it's very nicely done. Okay. Let me see how I can pull this up for us to make our lives easier. Okay, I've gotten it pulled up. I have gotten it pulled up. Um, and team, I am seeing that we were not paying attention to TikTok. That cannot happen again. They are just as important. Let's not do that again. Thank you. Would appreciate that. All right. I just have to figure out how to. Oh, there we go. I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm telling you, I'm trying to pull the pitch deck up. We've never had a live pitch deck, but you know what? I think we're making it shake right here. And how do ooh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Bear with me. Okay. I have figured it out slightly. Actually, can we share a screen of the pitch deck in the chat? That would make my life 20 times easier. Oh, I made it easier. You just got to give me one more second. I'm so sorry about this. I wish I was made more properly aware. There we go. I've figured it out. We have figured it out. We have slightly figured it out. It's okay. All right, this looks crazy, but it's the best I could do with what I had. You understand? The best I could do. Okay, so I see we have 600,000 people are released from U.S. prisons every year. 2 in 3 are rearrested within 3 years of release. Why do you feel like that is? Brittany, good question. And we'll just need a manual timer that I'll just need to have. We will start the 5 minutes right now. Why do you think that is?
Because they return with the same mindsets, to the same communities, a lot of times to the same situations or worse, that kind of got them incarcerated in the first place. especially when you have people that have spent decades or years behind bars. Sometimes they're coming out to no family. Family is deceased, or they're coming out homeless. I see this often in our work. Or they're coming out, and the last time they saw a computer screen, it was black and the letters were green, and we were saving things on floppy disk. So it can be really traumatic in itself, someone re entering after being incarcerated for a period of time.
You know, I actually had an accountant that does home health, and he does it with recently incarcerated individuals. And one of the things that he said was that he, like the same thing, is they would come out and they just felt more comfortable in prison because they just could not adjust to what the real world was offering them. Okay, reduction in re-imprisonment or us to choose. People walk out the gate expected to figure out the rest. Wow. The solution. Okay, so your solution is you begin where no other program does inside the facility. Yes, that's good. We provide biblical mindset transformation, financial coaching, credit repair, workforce development, and wraparound support. So, how do you plan on doing the biblical mindset transformation, financial coaching, credit repair, and workforce development and the wraparound support? How do you plan on doing that? Or is that what you intend to do? You just haven't figured out a plan for it yet?
That's what I intend to do. I would have to fully write out the curriculum and everything, but it's not hard to get access to the prisons if you're providing education or training or any type of kind of development that they see is going to be beneficial to the incarcerated population. You can start as a volunteer. It does take a little bit more credentialing to get like program approved,
Mm.
but starting as a volunteer, you can come in and you can do classes. And if they see that people are receiving it well and are benefiting from it, you can definitely turn it into a program.
Okay, I understand that. I think for hands, like, are you going to find a credit repair specialist, a financial coach, the a minister? Are you going to be like kind of the ministering individual, or are those all things that you need? Because I know your ask is $10,000. I'm blocking it, but it is here if I
So
unblock it.
So, aside from my experience with incarceration and addiction, I actually have a wide range of other experience in my career. I was a real estate transaction coordinator for several years. I did corporate taxes, personal taxes. I did appraisals for a commercial real estate appraisal company. So, I have like a wide range of knowledge in a lot of different areas, but I would like to receive a certification for a financial educator so that I could be a little bit more official with it. But I would also like to bring in people like yourself that are more knowledgeable in certain areas to kind of impart and release into the justice impacted community.
Wow, I was talking to everybody but you two. um, no, I was saying that uh, I was watching police body cam videos, and I was very shocked to see the amount of people who understood what a bond meant in relation to, um, my mother's calling me, sorry. What a bond meant in relation to getting out of prison, but not in terms of financial education, not in terms of understanding, like, what is it? How do I get the government to pay me? So anyways, yeah, that was one of the things. So I'm it's not something I'm not open to. I know the time is is short. So you explained the three phases. So let's get to this investment breakdown. I'm gonna make you a bit smaller here, Brittany. Um, let's see if I can make this a bit easier to read. Okay, I'm gonna put you right here. Okay, I made it work. All right, the investment breakdown. By the way, I just want to say I love how correct you have come for the Shark Tank. A lot of people come with just an idea. Not that you can't come with an idea. I think you should, but I love how correct you've come. Very professional. Okay, so the 501c3 legal formation IRS filing is $2,000. Is that regular or is that through a lawyer?
Through a lawyer, and there is a way that you can still receive grants as a nonprofit without, because it does take a while for the 501c3 to go through, but you can get something called a fiscal sponsor, which is like a parent nonprofit organization to receive the grants on your behalf. The only thing is they usually take a percentage of the grants. And I do work for a nonprofit, and then my church is a nonprofit. So I do have the ability to have fiscal sponsors, but that would enable me to receive nonprofit grants. You do have to be a 501c3 or have a fiscal sponsor. You know, Claude, I did an estimation. I'm sure that I could probably have it done cheaper, but yeah, I kind of did some estimations. I'm not too familiar with kind of the I'm not too familiar with like how much the marketing aspects take.
Yeah, sorry guys. I was asking the question of $700 for 1 year of a website. I know domain you can get for $12 a year. As for website creation, I think with AI and the vibe coding trend and even your use of Claude, I think you can most definitely um, figure out how to at least cut that in half. I would say to just kind of get to the meat of it, I think my biggest question, because I love the idea, I love the push. I love the way that you have come correct. I love the knowledge that you have on it. I love your personal experience being able to relate to the people that you want to help and understanding what they go through and you know, as you said, not prison, but similar. The only question that I kind of have that I kind of want you to think about, and that a lot of people will bring back to you is when you're thinking of the reform work, and you're thinking of the credit specialist and the financial educator, maybe even being you, and the, we'll say, spiritual sessions. That's what I'll call it, the ministry, because this is all a ministry, which I really do like and respect. Um, the only thing is they're going to want to know what is your plan to get these, because these will be the hardest part. All of this, like, to really see it through where you get them into real estate stocks and business, you might even need a psychologist that, you know, understand, like, is able to be a therapist and leading them back into what the world means, and these are big terms, and also get them out of their ways. They've spent a lot of time probably thinking of exactly what they're going to do when they get out. Some of them it's going right back to where they were. Others it's I'm going to do something different. But I just want you to kind of think of, this is exactly what that's going to cost, because this will get you set up. This is what's actually going to make you run as a company, as an organization, as the nonprofit. And also as a nonprofit, your source of donations. I know, like, getting the grants, but I would also tell you to have like a plan B in case those grants don't come to fruition. Because even with the grants, they're going to want to do the due diligence on this. We believe in your idea, but this is the execution of the idea. And I do love that you want to get your certification and that you're connected to the church. I don't think those would be difficult for you. I think this will, because a lot of people, as I kind of started off today with, they want their hands to be held and they want you to just do it for them. And you can solve the credit issue, but you have to solve the relationship with money and why it's that way and why they even got into that situation. So it's going to be a long process, which I know you are committed to because you're starting 1 to 2 years before they even leave and really wanting to pour into them. It's just going to be the personnel that's going to be your biggest focus and maybe frustration, but I pray not frustration, your biggest focus. And then how will you pay them? And then how will the nonprofit get paid? Even if the grant doesn't work, let's say you get the full 750,000 and then you find out you're running out of money, what's the next step? How are you going to get people to continue to pour into this? So I like it though. I love the mission and the vision behind it. I just think the personnel is going to be your biggest focus. And I would probably even add in a therapist in there. I think they will really need someone who can understand like how to re-coach them into thinking differently than where they've been self-taught or taught in the environment that they're in. But yeah, that is uh that is all from me. I want to make sure.
Thank you.
No, I thank you. Well, I'm trying to bring you back up here. It's this thing. Wow. I wish everyone could see how much I'm carrying at this moment. Why is it doing this to me? Yeah, it's just not being my friend. Um, can we there we go. Oh my gosh. It's just a lot I'm dealing with right now. I gotta tell you. There's just a lot. Um, let's try this again. There we go. There we go. There we go. No, wow, I can't get it up here. I would just have to transition out. But one thing that I will say, sorry, this thing is stressing me out. My gosh. Okay. One thing that I will say is I appreciate your vulnerability and I appreciate the mission driven cause that you were pushing forward. That is not an easy thing. And I am always pro people the being in the weeds of what they're trying to push. A lot of people try to make money in areas that they know nothing about. They've never been there. They don't know how it works. They don't know how to help the people. They don't know what the people feel. They don't know what a beginner is going to feel. They don't know what someone who's been advanced is going to feel. They just know there's money there, and that's the easiest way to burn out and get ruined. So I appreciate your vulnerability, and I think you have a very compelling. I like this one for at least one of the grantee spots for the OG grant. I loved it though. So thank you, Brittany.
Thank you for the opportunity to present. I really appreciate it. And I'm in traded, so I'm expanding my skill set. I'm so excited.
What
And
do you think about Trade It so far? I gotta know.
I love it. It's hard, but I love it. I love how everything is broken down. It really is like school. Like Professor Williams is great. So it's been really fun for me. Um, I will say, like, I have to watch the videos 2 times and then it kind of clicks and sets in for me. I
Yeah.
got 100 on my test today.
Oh shoot.
So
Okay.
I am learning, I am growing. I love it. It's such an amazing opportunity. I would encourage anybody to join. I've been waiting on this. I had already had in my mind when I saw it, I'm going to take this course I've been knowing since January.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, that actually I love it. And no, I think that that was our biggest thing um when creating Trendline was sorry, not Trendline. I was just thinking about Trendline. Forgive me. Trade It. They sound similar. But when creating Trade It was like, how do we actually create a system that teaches people like they're going back to school, that tests their knowledge, tests their ability, tests their skill and pushes for skill. So many people they were just kind of going off their own thoughts and I also wanted to figure out like how do we not just get Kelly's opinion, but How do we deal with different finance professionals and different like people who've been in the investment world, the finance space, and so them building the curriculum and everything behind it. So I love that you're enjoying it. My biggest thing is even in this second, we haven't tested this curriculum yet. Like you guys are the first ones experiencing it, but we were like, how do we rewire it to almost start with the more difficult concepts, but bring it all together as a whole? Because most people learn the basics and then they get to the technicals and then they just disappear with the technicals. They're like, "Oh, this is too much." So like, how do we kind of work backwards? Um, but I love it. I saw today people were sending in their charts and like, "Hey, Professor Williams, can you review this chart? What do you think about this, etc." So I freaking love it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Brittany, I love that for you. I'm excited to keep following your journey.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Of course. Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. All right, guys. Okay, before we bring someone else up, I need to fix whatever is going on. Oh my gosh, and here it goes. Here it goes. How did you start doing this? How did it start doing this? I need to fix whatever is going on with my screen. It appears as if everything just decided to just not be my friend today. And I got to figure out how to fix this thing. So I'm going to figure this out. We got the grant back. Okay. Nice. Whew, that was overstimulating me. How many will be accepted into the grant? There are 3 winners for the Hot Seat Challenge, the Trading Challenge. There are 5 winners. Okay. Do we have somebody up next? Let me see if I can do this the right way this time. For some reason, it just was not working with me before. I don't know what that was. But hopefully today it works with me. The timer buttons are not pressable for me, guys. We're going to have to, I'm going to set my, oh, well, let me reset this. They might be pressable. Might be pressable now. They're pressable, but they're not pressable. Zoom, stop, resume. Yeah, I don't know what that is. We're gonna focus on the timer next time. We will have that prepared. What just happened here? I need you to lock in with me. It's not locked in. All right, who do we have up next? We have room for one more person. I have exhausted my voice. But oh, I'm seeing. Let me see. I am seeing somebody. I just don't know where they disappeared to. Okay. I know what we're going to do here. We're going to
Can you hear me?
I can. I am doing some moving. But I think I've gotten it to work. I think I have gotten it to work. There we go. We're looking good. Okay. We're looking great. My gosh. It took me a second. We're looking good. Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure if I can be heard.
Kay, how are you today? You have 30 seconds to state who you are, where you are from, what you do, and what do you hope to get out of this. I will be listening as I am cleaning this board. And yeah.
Perfect. So my name is Kay. My name is Michaela, better known as Kay. I'm a traveler, a family of 4. I travel the world. in insurance, handling bodily injury or litigation claims. And I am currently focused on UGC content as well as becoming a sourcing agent. And I'm hoping to gain quite a bit, honestly, more than just the initial gaining of what it can be. I'm hoping that it can prosper into multiple streams just based off of just what we can provide to the world, to each other. And I feel like that's something that we can share amongst each other. But yes, so I am here because I am a traveler. Well, I wouldn't say I'm a traveler, but I am a traveler, I'll say. I currently live in Costa Rica. I'm from Houston, Texas. And we have a couple of trips coming up where we'll be traveling soon. And I'm looking to expand on my UGC content creation as well as my sourcing agent, which is a bit of a new realm as far as that specific title, but not entirely new because I have experience with factories just from previous experience of being an interior designer as well as a fashion designer.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's it.
So, Kay, you are a traveler. You are in life insurance, and you want to expand into UGC. And did you say sourcing agent? Like
Correct.
sourcing material?
Correct. Material, whether it's building material, fashion material, if it's hair, if it's um, any pretty much a sourcing agent for whatever your niche is or your audience is. It'd be more so business to business. I plan to help different businesses basically be able to make more revenue by being that foot on the ground, because I do travel to China in like 3 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, lucky you.
Now, it, yeah, traveling, I think 3 weeks, and we'll be there for 10 days. But I have a pretty jam-packed plan on what I plan to do, my intentions while we are there. And then once we leave China, we'll be heading to Vietnam. So I have a pretty detailed schedule coming up. I think for me, my main thing is just to maximize on my opportunity right now. And just kind of see where that can take me, which I know it can take me far. I'm very great at being in the presence of different businesses. Me and my husband, we work really well together with different businesses. Even out here in Costa Rica, we've been here for a year and we were in the process of purchasing a hotel. So we also have that knowledge of purchasing internationally. So I feel like I have something to provide, and I'm just trying to truly maximize and utilize what I know I can offer.
Okay, so question: do you have a plan, or you're looking for a plan?
So I have a plan. I'm more so looking for a system that can work.
You said
The plan is in place. I have like maybe like I probably know every. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, what'd you say? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Can-
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, K. K, K, K.
Okay, yes. So I
Okay.
did say I have a plan.
Okay, you have a plan. What's the
Yes, I
plan?
think I might be a little lag. So if I answer like, okay. So I have a plan in place. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Am I
Uh-oh.
really lagged? So the
Cut.
plan is well, really tomorrow, 2 days, to leave Costa Rica. And we're going to be in like the airline as well as the hotel. And then I also have content from Costa Rica. So my plan is to utilize the content portion of our travel to reach out to different niches such as hotels or different travelers or family travel niche or environment. And then while I'm out in these different niches or in these different environments or countries, make different business connections to be able to build a reputable relationship with different manufacturers or factories to help other businesses source items to decrease their overhead and increase their income or revenue.
Okay. So, which one do you want to focus on more?
So honestly, I am focusing on, as far as what I have laid out, my UGC content creation has been laid out and detailed a lot more. My sourcing has been a little bit, I'm not gonna say delayed, but we're moving from literally Costa Rica in like 2 days. So it's just not been delayed. It's just been quite a bit to put in 24 hours. But the UGC sourcing has been my most focused content, or most focused niche or environment, I'll say, and UGC creation. I'm sorry,
Okay,
and then the sourcing will pick up. Uh-huh.
I'll ask you two questions. First question is, which do you enjoy more, and which do you want to make you more money?
Honestly, I would say the business to business.
The
The
sourcing.
sourcing, I believe, will be, some- yes, the sourcing, being a
Okay,
sourcing
so
agent.
this can be done for fun. Doesn't mean don't do it, but this is what you say you enjoy more, and it will make you more money. But this is the thing you have the plan. Well,
Hmm.
it's not grow family. Grow the UGC, do family content.
Okay.
This is what you're saying you have the plan for. So either you're avoiding this one for some reason, this is more appealing to you right now, or okay, well, let me ask you this question. With the sourcing agent, you said like you're leaving in 2 days, which I think it's so cool. You live in Costa Rica. Why does your location affect your ability to source?
Hmm.
It does? Oh, it might, we might
Okay.
be having some service issues. No, okay.
Um,
Okay.
Currently in Costa Rica, um, it's, currently Costa Rica is not known for sourcing.
So your location
I'm
does play an effect.
sorry.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so your location does play a factor?
Correct. Yes, I'll be stationed in Vietnam, but I will be sourcing from China and Vietnam as well. Vietnam will be a good starting point for me because I've been in interior design and I actually have a few people who I can reach out to who have their own business of interior design to be able to source certain things that are in Vietnam and then frequently travel over to China.
Okay, so you have this set up already. Okay,
Yes.
the only thing is how to create
Yes.
more B2B clients.
Yes, business to business clients as well as a well-rounded system, I'll say. I haven't been avoiding sourcing. I just feel the content since I've been in Costa Rica and have traveled, it's been a bit easier for me to lay out that foundation. For sourcing, it will kind of more so initiate once I make it to China and actually start to build these relationships with the different factories and manufacturers and go down that checklist. That way I can be able to say like, okay, I've done it in person. I know this is this before and then present it to the clients, which I do have a factory form of what I'll be looking for, which is what I believe will be securing my client, like insurance, expert fees, previous client testimonials, inside visit, quality checks. So all these things will begin really when I make it to China, which is kind of why I've been focused more on the content because I'm able to pile that up right now until I start to build that sourcing agent reputability.
What's your social media?
Yeah, so I have UGC by K, UGC dot by K. Sorry.
Do you
I'm sorry.
sell like UGC courses?
I don't now.
Then
I
I
don't
think you
sell.
should take out the UGC. And
Okay.
just make it by K. I think
Okay.
UGC makes it known, one, to the people that want to support you, two, to the brands that want to invest in you, that
Okay.
it communicates without you realizing your reach is very low because you are simply making this page specifically for brand deals rather than like
Right.
travel with K or travel by K or
Right.
Experience K or something like that. When you put UGC, you're basically saying, I'm here for brand deals. And so the people
Right.
that want to follow you, unless you're going to teach them about UGC, which is why I said, like, do you sell
Okay.
something? Then it
No,
doesn't
so
really
I have
correlate. I'm
seen.
not saying you should sell
No, no,
something.
no, I agree because a lot of times when I do see the UGC creators, of course, it leads to selling a product, which I'm not against it. I've sold products before.
Yeah.
And then I also separate my travel page. So I do have a travel that's separate. That one is just pretty, again, it's more so persistent to like the travel content, not really necessarily the sourcing content. But I do know sourcing is coming up because I'm pretty much planned ahead. Like at least 45 to 60 days ahead. I know what I'm the one who plans for my family, so I know what they're doing before they even know what they're doing. But yeah,
Where
I'm
do you
planned
think you
ahead.
come? Like, I feel like this is a bit, I don't want to say confusing. I don't think it's confusing. I just think
Okay.
it's a bit.
It's
This
two
is
lanes.
an
It's
almost
two.
bit. I think
Okay.
I think you could be that. You just said, I will plan out trips 60 days in advance. No one in my family knows what's going on. I know the entire thing. You found a way to live in Costa Rica for over a year. You're about to
Mhm.
move to Vietnam. You're basically a digital nomad. You're living everywhere and like experiencing the world. You know the different excursions. You know how to operate in different environments, what
Right.
to be prepared for. So when you want to speak on other people's brands, and if you say you sold products before, and you're a
Mhm.
sourcing agent, which means, or you want to be, which means you can do well with finding solutions for people for their product needs. I
Right.
don't think it would be an issue to be a travel agent. And I think you can still do B2B because
Okay.
a lot of people, when they're planning a trip, most people I know, 60 days in advance is a little crazy for them. Like
Mhm.
a month in advance, they're finally buying the tickets. Two
Right.
days in advance, they're like, oh my gosh, what's the plan? But when corporations go on retreats or churches go on retreats or even influencers online that do like in person retreats, in person events, whatever it is, you can be the person that comes up with a custom itinerary, will tell them this is the
I
best thing
agree.
to do, this is the way to do it, et cetera, et cetera. And now you're working with people who do have the money and will probably cause you a bit less stress. But from everything you're saying, I'm like, you love to travel. You can't
Yes.
start this yet because it's dependent on your location.
Right.
You're starting this, but kind of not starting this, but you kind of have a plan. But
Mhm.
this is clearly your bread and butter, and I don't know if you realize it.
I do. I do. I think I'm so used to doing, honestly, like I'm not one who just plan, and I again, I've had a couple of businesses, so I'm not one who just plan without like extra plans, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So I think the sourcing agent, again, since we're going to be literally in Asia now, it's like 13-hour difference from where we're at. I'm like, lining up ourselves up to be able to utilize that location. So the first thing, of course, will be the UGC content creation because I have traveled. We're traveling. We're going to be in so many different hotels, and then the sourcing is because we're going to have that access. So I'm kind of leaning into sourcing because I feel the travel can get me there, and I think my main thing is just creating that system and that team to actually assist with, I guess, simplifying it versus making it complicated, which is not something that's going to be done like week one. This is something that is timelined out of when to even present it, or even to the public, like when to present the sourcing, or so I have like a calendar of when I even plan to present that or present the offer of sourcing to the public. But ideally, I do know like my lanes of how to act, like just really utilize my ability to travel like this is the UGC content. I know that's like definitely bread and butter. And then sourcing is because we just have so many business relationships from, it's been so, I love living internationally. We've been like, organically meeting people is the best thing ever. And we've met top business people who've given us really great advice and invited us to their homes to really give us lessons on like how to finance all the way from Canada, like really. So the things that I know and I've gained, I know that where I'm going or where we're going, I just want to I think I'm just trying to like really grasp that system to make it work because I know it can, but really me having a team will make it much better than me trying to, just plot and plan everything individually. So I think for me, it's not the planning, it's really the structuring of it. Um, which I'm not a fast person, so I like timelines.
Yeah.
So it's just the structuring of the timeline to really manifest and really grasp a hold of what I know I can produce from what I'm able to do.
Yeah. Um, well, the two things I'll tell you, because I know we're out of time,
Okay.
is I think you have a good ability to talk. I haven't seen your page yet, but I would assume you also have a good ability to make content, which
Yes.
means you would easily be able to, whether it's sell this or sell this. I mean, the first thing I thought with sourcing agent is like the number one complaint I see a lot of clothing brand owners have is that they
Hmm.
can't find a good supplier. Now, if you
Right.
can get them a good deal and you still take a cut of that and it's still a great deal for them, that's a win.
Hmm.
But if not, then it's not as much a win for them. But I feel like
Correct.
there's also a world where you become your own marketer for what you do because people will see how well you take the videos, how well you speak, and then they will also see like, wow, you lived a crazy life. Like,
Right.
where do you think we should travel to? You know?
Right. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, and I think building a team, one of the hardest things, but not impossible. And I also think like
Agreed.
it's easy to do when you speak out on like what you do and you're building
Mhm.
something cool and you're doing something great. People want to be aligned in it. And I'm sure off the stream, we can definitely talk more about like what that would look like or kind of hear more exactly about where you're at
Okay.
because I know you're at like this crossroads. One of them
Yes.
kind of has a hurdle in it, but then
Yes.
the other one is like it seems easier, but it's a little less certain on if you reach the destination you want. So I get you. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, we can definitely talk more about it afterwards.
Okay, perfect.
But I thank you for joining the hot seat. Like I
Yes.
always say, it is a scary thing to put yourself out there, but it's also rewarding because you never
Yes,
know who
absolutely.
now is
I
watching
agree.
and they're
I
like,
agree.
I like now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, next family vacation. I know
Yes,
who
and I
needs to
agree.
plan it.
And I
So
agree. And I truly appreciate it. And honestly, here it's like amazing. I remember, and I know I'm out of town, but if I can just have like 30 seconds really quick.
oh, you got 30
I was on the
seconds.
beach, 30 seconds. I was on a beach here in Costa Rica and I looked at the house on the hill and I was like, oh my goodness, they have a beautiful view. I love that house. I kid you not, maybe 5 minutes later, the guy who owned that big house, we met him. He invited us to his house. And I'm just like, what are the odds? But we get so many amazing organic moments like that. Like, he's like, yeah, I rent it out for like 10,000 a week. And, so just getting the introduction of he telling us about his business, how he got there. So it's like we've gotten a lot of business experience just organically from being in different environments. And again, I want to be able to translate that into a system that works for me, as well as, like you said, to provide what people like, where can I travel next for family or,
Yeah.
things like that. So,
That was
yes.
perfectly 30 seconds, by the way.
Okay,
That was
perfect.
perfectly 30. No, I really, really like that though. I really like that. I like your concedement. I don't think that's a word. Your ability to concede to time in a world that's really
Okay.
fast moving and a lot of people make mistakes when they rush. But I like your ability to see this world. That's not
Yes.
a lot of people don't leave their hometown, a lot of people don't leave their state, a lot of people never leave their country. And I just
Yes.
feel like in a world where we now have access and ability,
Yes.
you actually can be anywhere doing anything anytime.
Absolutely.
So,
I agree. And I agree. And I truly thank you for sharing your time as well.
of course, Kay, I appreciate you. Thank you, and we will
Yes.
speak
We'll
soon.
be in touch. You have a great night.
You as well.
Thank you.
And I got to tell you, that was awesome. Um, Portia Moore, go ahead and put her in priority for next week. And oh, hit the wrong thing there. But one thing I know is we absolutely have to get to the rest of this stream. The last thing we're doing today, does anybody remember the last thing? And please put a 1 in the chat if you've been here the entire stream. The entire stream. It has been a long one, but if you've been here the entire time, I want to commend you um, just for your ability to really take things seriously when you get the opportunity to have them in front of you. To truly, like, to just put something on. Like, if it was me, sometimes I watch my stream on TV. Sometimes, and I have a blast. I don't know why, but yeah, no, I want to celebrate you for that, because many people, they come and they go, they look for their benefit in a situation, they would disappear often before getting the thing that they um can benefit from the most. So I appreciate you for the support. This is not easy. I appreciate you for staying the whole stream, because I have to stand the entire stream. I have to talk. Can't have one dead moment, but I appreciate you for appreciating me. So the last thing, yes, we did say it, is we are going to place our Picasso picks. Our Picasso picks. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if I where did I go? Where did I go? Oh, I'm not on the right page. Let's try this again. Yes, there we go. Picasso tomorrow. Meta. Let's refresh this page. How many people have entered without me? 21 people. The prize pool. I can't believe someone turned $2 into 105 today. Look at this. Look at this. How? I need Picasso. Like, I can't wait for this thing to fully be ready. I think it's going to be a game changer. A game changer. Just for the market and for everybody using it. It is not available to the public right now because it is still in the testing mode. Same thing with Trendline. So if you look at the description or check the link, you will be able to get exclusive access to Picasso and exclusive access to Trendline for 20% off. They are both platforms that are constantly refining themselves, improving themselves. I am excited to support them. And so I want you to be somebody who, when you get the opportunity to benefit from something, you can. And I want to be in the world, I'm in the business of making you money. So I want to do that. Now, if we go back, so Picasso, Meta is next. Tell me why I told my cousin about Picasso. And I found out that he randomly made $5. Turned $2 to $5. Now I think they're still in like their testing phase. So right now, I think like the funds are of simulation, which I don't like. I'm gonna put it out there. We need to make it real immediately. So yeah, that's what I've been getting on the founder about. But he said that is coming, that is coming, that is coming, that is coming. You can rewatch the live, it'll be here on YouTube. So the first thing that I would do, me here, is I am going to go to, man, if I could find it, I lose everything on here. If you could see my screen, I wish I could just share with you guys what my entire screen looks like. Outrageous. Um, 1 second. Oh, is it saying the referral code does not work anymore for Picasso? Please let me know. Please let me know. No, I will explain this in a second. So, first thing I'm going to pull out is our handy dandy friend here. Okay. Our handy dandy friend. Transition. So we have Meta. I'm going to go to stocks here. I'm going to go to stocks. I'm going to do it over the 15-minute. I think that'll give me more of an understanding. Meta. This is on Trendline. Okay, 15-minute continue. Oh, Trendline was updated. Well, I I will update it in a second. Kelly, I need a manufacturer in China to make my board game. Could you connect me and Kay if possible? Yeah, just if you join the OG Vault, if you go to kellyog.com/vault, it will be much easier to make that connection because I will have both of your information. So it's only $10. If that can connect you to a manufacturer or someone else who may know the manufacturer, I think it is worth it. So, anyways, let's see. If I am looking, oh, but you know what? This is an easy one. I think, I think, uh, where is my square at? I've lost my square. So here's what I'm going to do. See this? This right here is what I call a gap. Wait, does it let me stretch this? Where's my square? Anyways, this right here is what we call a gap. I think Meta is going to go down a little. Wait, I'm going to do my trend line. Is that a trend line I trust? No. Yes. Ooh, so it looks like it's breaking out of it. I think it'll either go down to, what's that, 635? Or we're going to go up and fill this gap up to 660. I don't know which way I trust, so I'm going to ask Trendline Insight. Trendline. Trendline says the shorter chart and the bigger trend disagree. And okay, so if I was to get in, entry 645, target 644. So you think it's going to sell, but barely. Okay. Wow. Let's see. So the larger trend, let's see if I take it to a higher trend. All right, now I need to actually refresh this thing because, yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay, higher. Inside is now bullish. Okay, so I'm going to go for we fill the gap. So if I go back to Picasso over here, I'm about to switch my screen back over for you guys. Trend line is bullish. And coming back to Picasso. So on Picasso, what you do is you draw where you think the market will go for the next day, and then you get rewarded for it. So I think we're going to go up, and I think we're going to fill that gap. So I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to go down, and up. Boom. I think we're going to dip a little bit, and then I think we're going to make a giant push. But I actually think earlier in the day we might make a push. No, I'm going to redo that one. I think we're going to go down a little bit to start the day. Then I think we're going to make a push higher. I think by lunch, we're going to chill higher. Oof, that was nasty. Then I think we're going to go down to end the day. That was really nasty. I don't think this was a good one, but I'm going to trust it. Yeah, it's where you think the market will go for the majority of the day. And I'm going to press submit. Down, up. Okay, I think I feel good about this. $2 submit. Here we go. I've spent $2. Confirm. When it has confirmed with me. Boom. Kelly OG put it all on the line. I got to come back tomorrow by the end of market close to see what I think it will do. But let me tell you something. Love. I'm actually feeling pretty confident about this. Trendline said it was a bit bullish, so it kind of made me feel like, like freaking, it's good. Like it's gonna fill that gap it made. Someone said, I hope a dummy can do this because this looks like geometry. Guys, it's just drawing. What I did is I went to Trendline to give me kind of a heads up of where it thinks the market's gonna go because it can read everything that maybe I can't. And then I just come here and I kind of draw what I think it'll do. I think it might dip a little bit, but I think it's going to eventually fill that gap and then level out, etc. But yeah, anyways, anyway, where'd I put that thing? Where did you go? Why are you there? Come on. Anyways, whoop-dee, 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 whoop-dee. Whoop-dee. It has been a long stream. It has taken a lot out of me, but you know that we cannot end any stream without a prayer. So let me know if the Picasso, can someone confirm the referral is working? It should be working. All right, it's working. Some people just have broken devices. Anyways, now, with that being said, if you are not a Christian, please do allow me to pray for you. And if you are a Christian, please do pray with me. Father, Lord, I ask that you give me the strength. As right now I am feeling a bit weak, but God, I know that it is because of you that I'm able to do any and everything. I thank you for this wonderful platform you've given me. I thank you for each and every single person that is watching, for those who started it and finished it, who are truly committed to their future, to seeing things through, and even supporting the mission and the vision that we have at hand. God, I thank you for those who listened to what we said today, who have truly taken it to heart, who understand that their education and opportunities must change, for their wisdom and discernment has to also increase for them to see the life that they want to see and the exposure that they want to have access to. God, we thank you for allowing us to be alive during a period of time where we can control the life we live because we can reach anybody. The playing field is leveled. Social media has given us new access and opportunities. And I thank you for who you are and who you continue to be and who you help us to be in each and every single thing that we do. God, I pray for all of the individuals who are dealing with understanding where their life is going next, what their next step is, what their purpose is. And God, I ask that you allow them to have full understanding, full clarity, full vision, and that they shall understand that faith will keep them going, but them stewarding the faith through the works that they practice will keep them growing through all that they do. So, God, I thank you for each and every single thing that you do. I thank you for each and every single person that has taken the time out of their day to attend this stream. I ask that we continue to spread the impact, get bigger and bigger and bigger, and bless people with more opportunities, with the trading challenge, with the grant, and even more that's to come. So, God, I thank you for your surplus of love, your surplus of help, your surplus of wisdom, your surplus of opportunity. And I ask that every opportunity meant for every single person listening today shall not miss them, that they will not doubt themselves out of a way forward, that they will truly believe that they are possible, that it is possible, and they are meant to receive it. So, God, I thank you. I bless their families, their children, their grandchildren, their unborn children, their spouses, their relatives. God, I just bless all of them. For those who have been able to make it out of jail, that they would go and they would come out, for all the purpose that we heard today, from helping people with their traveling needs, with their sourcing needs, with even the ability to see different things, to helping people from incarceration to be able to see a life that they haven't seen. God, I ask that you allow those to still grow, come to fruition, that the teams that need to be put in place for them to happen will be built, that they will only be surrounded by people who have their best interest in mind and not those that are sent to destroy them. For you said the devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. And I pray that that will not be the portion or the case for any person listening right now, whether they know you or they don't know you yet. God, I ask that you show yourself in their lives and show them what is possible when you are the one that's taking the wheel. So, God, I just thank you. I love you. I honor you. I give you the glory, the adoration, the praise. I ask that you forgive us all for our sins and allow us to continue to go and spread an impact in each and every single thing that we do. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Yeah. Whew. Amen. Amen. The recording is going to be live. We're also going to post the stream as a video. I noticed my team did not do that last time. They will be in trouble. But other than that, we will be good to go. excited, excited, excited. Don't forget all the wonderful links in the description. They are all created and have all been created to help you. And so I hope that they do. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kelly OG. I am in the business of making you more money. And I pray that you have an absolutely amazing